Novel Chronicles is a tabletop web series combining improvised storytelling and acting structured using the rules of a role-playing game. There are 4 players who each represent a character in a group of adventurers. And there is one game master who plays everyone else in the world the characters encounter. Because it's a game, there are a lot of dice rolls. Typically, lower numbers are bad, and higher numbers are good. We use our imaginations and props, miniature terrain, and vivid performances by our 5 actors. And our story is set in the alternative fantasy world of ben-tir. This is Novel Chronicles. Hello and welcome to episode 9 of Novel Chronicles. I am the Game Master Timothy Reese, and we are very excited to have you here. And by we, would once again like to introduce our cast of characters.
Hi, I'm Bill Crowe, resident spooksman, and I also play the resident spooksman Hecate.
That's true.
Yeah.
I'm Danielle Beckmann. I play Greta. She's a 2-foot-tall squick, and she is never nervous.
Hi, I'm Mark David Christenson. I'm the resident curmudgeon.
I can verify that.
Yeah, that's true.
And I play, my God, I'm laughing at my dumb joke. Iwin, who's a Farron, who's the curmudgeon.
Perfect.
Hi, I'm Victoria Rani. I play Ashvin. They are a barbarian, and they've got a killer smize and thunder thighs.
Oh, yes.
There's
We're
a
practicing.
I did.
There's a t-shirt.
Well done.
Oh, yeah.
Before we even begin, I'd like to say a huge thanks to all of our Patreon supporters. You help keep this story going. If you're interested in supporting the show, head over to patreon.com/BrooklynQuarter. We have all kinds of new perks and tiers and all kinds of new things. We also have new merchandise, like this lovely Cod Boilers glass. This is the prototype. The actual glass, it's a little bit bigger, but I'm drinking delicious cold brew tea out of it right now. Tastes better out of Cod Boilers.
I was going to
Yeah,
ask.
yeah.
Yeah, I thought so.
Cod.
Cod.
Oh, my God.
So you can
Boiled
check out our,
cod.
check out our that and also our swearing mug, which I'm really excited about.
Yeah, Foopsess Graves.
Yeah.
Drop?
Drop.
Yeah. Yep,
Yeah.
there it is.
Yeah. And with
I'm
that,
proud.
The curmudgeon came up with that one.
where we last left off.
Oh, God.
Boy.
The Caveat Cooperative in the bloated and polluted coastal city of Restevarn are in the employ of the powerless mayor, Lord Kubris Gelatarn. Lord Gelatarn, in a desperate bid to wrest control away from the vying prospectors, mercenary companies, and city-state businesses plying the sinkhole known as the Pits, has the Caveat Co-op investigating the holdings of the defunct Alder Council. Their mission is to find some shreds of information, allowing Kubris to declare the Alder's powers void and take control of the city once more. The party discovered an unmarked mass grave in the outskirts of one Alder's holdings, and following a lead found in a note from an ambushee, traveled to the Blue Staith, the former docks next to the gaping chasm, the Pits. There they found a hidden latch door under gravel, and climbing a ladder deep, deep, deep underground, calamity struck. Hecate, using a spell-enabling flight, disappeared into the darkness hundreds of feet below the party. The last the party saw was the winking out of his torch, and then heard the grinding sound of metal, followed by a cacophonous boom of stone crushing stone. Hecate, you managed to dodge the flick of metal in the darkness, however, collided with some unknown force that knocked you entirely unconscious. As a result, you took 54 points of bludgeoning damage,
Sure did, huh?
and I need you to make a death save.
Oh,
right.
my.
Let's see.
Here we go.
Here we go.
Oh, we're just starting this
I'm
off.
giggling through this. This nervous giggles.
First one.
Ooh,
That was a
Pretty good.
success, right?
13.
Yeah.
Okay.
The rest of you, currently arrayed around the ladder, last saw Hecate vanish, then heard a large boom. Currently, from your position as you're hanging on to the ladder, just as a reminder of your surroundings. You're hundreds of feet below ground and in the middle of the cold and the wet with no breeze around you. The only thing near you is the precipitous end of the ladder, as well as a small glyph on the wall, which you were able to surmise involves conjuration. Logically speaking, it probably summons some means of conveyance down to the depths below.
Oh.
What would you like to do?
You can't say anything.
No, I can't.
Dang it.
Have we tried touching the glyph?
You
Can
have.
we reach it?
Yeah, we
You've
touched
touched
it.
it, yeah.
We tried that.
It reached it.
I got a
I was
bad
like,
idea.
do we have anything that would interact with it? That's
Did you all hear that down there? Where's his torch?
I figured he just landed, right? I don't know.
That didn't sound like a nice landing.
That didn't sound like no landing. Like, whoo, I'm good to go. And his torch is out.
Do we have any way to go after him? I don't know how to fly.
I can fly if I get my right potion, but I drank it already. Remember, I was flying this morning.
Hecate!
Hecate! Hecate!
Hecate!
Your voice echoing down into the darkness. There's no response. Hecate.
Another death save.
Oh,
There's that
man,
save,
that's not
please.
good.
What do we got?
Oh!
What is it?
A failure.
That's a fail. Currently, your voice is echoing into the darkness. There's no response.
I don't like any of this at all. Should we go get help? Someone must have dug this hole so they know what's at the bottom, right? But we're not even supposed to be here.
I don't want to split up. We're down here so far. And I don't... In time we go get help, I just don't know. If he's not responding, how... He's like, I feel like we need to do something fast.
Okay, hold on.
Greta pulls out a large feather, almost like a peacock plume,
Okay, let me tinker with this.
and it lights up and illuminates the hole. What are we in?
You're in
And-
a shaft.
I thought of maybe illuminating one of my rocks and throwing it down. But hitting someone on the head with a rock's not good. So, because if he is hopefully alive and well, then he might be dead if I throw the rock down. So, I thought a feather would be good. Boom, it's lit up. Here goes nothing.
And I drop the feather down.
As you drop
As
the
it
feather,
slowly-
you watch as it begins to waft down
Uh,
until suddenly, right around the spot where you saw Hecate's torch go out,
huh?
Oh, that's not good.
Oh.
Did we see anything when it went out?
it just went out.
So we saw nothing around.
Besides the shaft, there was no sound of water, no sound of it hitting the ground. It's currently not resting on anything that you can see.
There's something magic going on down there.
Hecate, if I could have you make another death save.
Save.
You gotta make a
Okay.
sniff. You gotta sniff.
I did that when we came in.
Oh, yeah.
All right.
Okay. A success.
Success.
All right, we got a success.
Roller coaster.
We got a
We
success.
got a success.
Next
Feeling
roll
good,
is going to be
feeling-
crucial.
Uh-huh. Next roll makes or breaks.
So,
Ah!
There might be a way for me to try and get down, but I wouldn't have a way to come back up.
Right, exactly. That's what happened with our spooky friend, our best friend who's down there. He knew how to get down. He's not coming up.
I thought he could fly. What happened?
I don't know. Something magical, though, because my feather went out. That means something not good is afoot down there.
How can we guarantee you can... I understand if you can't get back up, but can we guarantee that
I want to look
you'll
for.
be all right?
I want to look around the walls to see if there's any way to climb the walls.
it's very damp. It's
Okay.
very slippery. So, it doesn't look like it was carved necessarily well. It's not, but it's also not perfectly smooth. So, it's really rough shorn, carved out of the stone. It's a mixture of mud, loose rock debris. You can see, even at this point, some amounts of strange lichen vegetation and bacteria, algae that are kind of growing along the walls. But it's very slick. It's not stable surface.
Can I try while still having one arm and leg on the ladder just to like kind of test the wall a little bit?
Digging your hands in as you're pulling through it, it's very perilous. Yeah,
Okay.
it's really it's a struggle to maintain a grip even with a hand on the ladder.
Do you have pitons? You could climb down.
I have dots.
Hecate. I can
Moment
have
of
you
truth.
make another
Right.
that's it.
That's
I said you
Wasn't it an 8 before?
It was an 8 before.
Okay.
Now the next roll is a make or break.
There it is.
Down to the wire, baby. Down to the wire.
Wow.
So digging your hands in, it's really hard to find perches. You could likely climb, but it's going to be very difficult.
When the feather went out, how many feet down do we think that is?
Yeah.
About 200 feet.
200.
200.
200 feet.
Anything else?
I have my immovable rod. You could, fall to your death, maybe. Click the button and you're suspended in air. But then what do you got? You got nothing.
Well,
you
you
got
don't have to-
nothing.
Oh,
You
hold-
can't get back up.
Hold on now.
What?
You could climb down, and when you get to a point where your grip becomes not a little too much, or you have to release, you could use the rod to stabilize yourself.
But then how are
Then
they going to
you-
get back up?
And right now, I'm not worried about getting back up. I'm worried about getting down there and finding out if he's all right. I'll worry about later then.
We don't want to call in reinforcements. Go to our late meeting with Lord Gelaton.
You're really worried about that meeting.
Ashvin pounds their chest and goes into a rage.
Okay. So as the blood begins to fill your muscles,
I'm a businesswoman.
nostrils flaring as you begin to feel this deep anger welling within.
I needed 2. No. It's an 8.
Oh, 9 of 8.
In the space that you're in,
Crazy eights.
you watch as this unearthly red smoke begins to rise from Ashvin, as this wisp of light begins to form around their chest.
As soon as they feel what it is, because they know that they don't have full control over this connection to the cosmos of Ben-tir, they're extremely frustrated and just kind of look up and just and drop it.
As it goes to drop, you watch this bolt of light, red just emanates out of your chest, striking up into the darkness before
Whew!
it fades from your body.
Hey, what was that? Could that have helped us?
Unless we wanted to aim a blast of light at him, I don't know if that would have helped us.
We could have maybe, because we could have seen what was it. Well, it seems like it's over, so it's okay. I'm going to try another feather.
As you release the second feather, similarly it descends into the darkness and then winks out.
When the winking is happening, is there any sort of like electric charge or anything, or it just goes out?
It just goes out.
Is there any type of magic that I would know that would be able to,
You can make an
or
arcana
chemical
check.
reaction or something that would do something like that? I'm just wondering if it has to do with the glyph. 16.
In your experience, there are a lot of things that can make something darker, just the general smoke in an area, fog. When it comes to magically making something darker, you're dealing with some sort of charm hex. Something is actually magically interfering with your spell that is illuminating the feather.
There's something that is wrong down there. When my light went out, and I'm assuming because Hecate's sword thingy, torch thing, that was magic, and that blinked out in the same way my feather did. There's something interfering down there that might be too powerful if we even get down there.
Hecate,
The time.
it's time.
Truth.
A success.
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 Okay, success.
So where are we at right now?
3 successes.
So you stabilize?
Hecate,
is
stabilize.
Whoa!
I'm going to roll D4 for when he wakes up.
Yes, please.
He will wake up in 2 hours.
2 hours.
I have a crazy idea. That's all I got.
Well,
What?
tell us.
You pick me up,
Oh, no.
and we jump. You're back, and you jump back and forth down, and you just try to keep pace until we get down there with him. So look, you jump. You use your body. You jump back and forth. You leap from wall
It's
back. to wall.
slippery.
Right, we can't stop. So you use your momentum. We just keep going down until and then as soon get me down there, throw me. If he's hurt, I can try to heal him. I mean, I'm weak. I'm weak from the earlier in the day.
I got an idea. Why don't we go back up? Ask someone for help. Come back down. If you guys go down here, I'm just hanging out on the ladder by myself. And then all of a sudden, boom, all three of my friends are down there and I'm up here alone. And I don't like being in dark spaces by myself. I've been there too long.
All right.
Ashvin rubs Greta's back.
If we want to go get help, then let's start walking up the ladder now. So I don't want to be going too long in the hopes that we do get back and he's all right.
Oh, wait, we can go up? You said you agreed?
I agreed with
Oh.
you.
Sorry, I was in my
How
thoughts.
do we know he's still down there?
I don't know at all.
Greta starts
So we gotta go
climbing
down
up.
or up. Well, looks like we're going up.
It's time. We gotta try it.
It'll take you a long time to climb up. So before you decide on this endeavor, I just want to point out you're going to be traveling a great distance just to get back out of the hole. It's not a quick way in. It was not a quick way out.
Okay.
Before I can even take another glance at that that thing on the wall, and just see if there's
The
any
glyph?
the glyph, and just see if there's any markings or anything that stands out to him.
Looking at it from before, so as a refresher from before, you're familiar that it's something to do with conjuration magic.
Right.
That was the sussing that was done by Ashvin. It's a glyph that Hecate did not recognize, and it appears to be a badge of some sort that's embedded in the wall. Make an investigation check.
14.
14. Looking at it, it's firmly affixed into the wall. It is roughly the size of, you could call it, say, a coaster. It stands out distinctly against the environment because it's the only manufactured thing you've seen since you've been down here besides the ladder that you're hanging off of. And tapping it doesn't reveal any sort of indication that it's sort of pressed. However, you do find as you're looking at it that there appears to be a bit of a furrow around the outside edge of it. It looks like other hands have interfaced with it in some way.
I'm climbing.
Hold on now. Take a look at this Ashvin. Around the side, it looks like there's people have done things to this. Worked it with it. That might give us. I don't know what it will lead to us, but what does that mean?
They kind of lean and they push it.
As you push it, it doesn't move.
Let me see. Let me see.
Could you turn it? What?
Yeah. Let's try.
Is there a way to click my small little squick hands in there and try to turn it in some way?
As you go to turn it, it doesn't turn. You find that it's not that it's loose as it's driven in, but it's not fully secure.
Can I try to pull it out?
As you go to pull on it, you find that it has there's a lot of tension behind you pulling on it.
Okay. So it's loose. But it's like you could pull on it. Oh no, what if it's like a detonator and this whole place blows up? I've been in too many explosions.
Okay, well, that was worst case.
What's
scenario.
one more?
Think sometimes we're walking back home on the construction site.
We'll talk about that later.
Okay.
The tension you're saying, you're what, say that about the tension again? What?
As you go to pull on it, it has a bit of a give to it.
When you pull.
When you go to pull, it's being restrained by some means. It doesn't come freely, and it's as you push on it, it's solid. But as you go to pull on it or twist it, it has a slight give to it.
Can we all try to pull?
Should we all try?
Get firm on this ladder and give it a
Well,
pull.
only one of you is going to be able to get your hands on it.
It's gonna be
Awesome.
Ashvin.
I put my hand on it and I try and pull.
As you go to pull, it feels like it's resisting your muscles attempting to yank on it.
Usually I just yank harder, but I know that I've broken a lot of things, just like you've had a lot of explosions.
Yeah.
I don't think I should do that.
Okay. Yeah.
But there has to be something else. I take a little soap out from the spa and I try and
How many of those you got?
As you try to a lot. As you go to work soap around it, it makes it harder to grip in a way. But as you're pulling on it, it feels a tiny bit looser.
I've almost got it.
Keep pulling.
And listen.
You got it. I believe in the soap.
I'm gonna keep trying to pull it, but if I feel like I'm gonna break it, I'm gonna not pull
Make an
anymore.
athletics check.
19.
19. As you go to pull on it, you begin to feel it dislodging from the wall. As you're pulling, you can feel that as strong as you are, it's like it's being sucked back into place. It's so close.
Okay. It's so close.
It's so close. You find that it's right on the edge
what this
of you pulling
reminds
on
me
it.
of?
What?
You know that other rock we found? This. Can I just pull this out?
As you pull it out,
I'm like, it reminds me of this thing. Look, this is because what you're describing it to us is.
Do I keep pulling?
Just keep pulling it. It just reminds me of this thing was stuck in that spot.
Yeah, and there
That magic
was
spot.
those
I'm
glyphs.
sorry, I'm reminiscing about our adventures.
make a split insight check. It's an insight check on top of this action because of Iwin's suggestion.
Yeah, it's a straight 18.
You have encountered magical effects like this before of overpowering something with strength. You can feel yourself as it was when the stone was pulled from the field on the island. You find yourself now contesting a magical effect attempting to keep this badge in the wall. And as you're pulling on it, you can feel yourself right on the edge.
Overextend.
You want to overextend?
Yeah.
Okay.
What does overextending do?
It's a rolk. It's a rolk thing. So rolk whenever they fail a check, they can overextend, so they can basically commit harder physically.
It can be done after I roll.
Yeah, after
That's
roll.
cool.
Yeah.
I
So
like that.
19 plus 5 would be 24.
And as you now planting,
I'm gonna do something.
what are you doing for quick?
At that same moment, I'm like, we're gonna get this thing out of the wool, and I'm going to cast. Enhance ability, and I'm going to cast Bull Strength.
Bull string.
Yeah.
What does that do?
I'm excited.
On a strength checks and his or carrying capacity doubles. I don't know what that means.
Okay, so you roll another d20 and see if you get higher than a 13.
Yeah.
What is the second one?
I rolled a 5.
Oh, then okay, we'll stick with the 13. But
Thanks,
as this,
though.
as
I think my best.
as you cast Bull Strength, and as Ashvin, as you have both hands pulling on it, do you want to put both feet on the wall as well?
Can somebody put the rod
I was just
under
gonna
my
do
arms
that.
just in case?
I put it right under her butt,
Okay.
and I click the thing so so you could sit on it.
So as you're
Okay.
currently sitting on it, putting both feet now, you watch as muscles rippling like corded snakes across Ashvin's
While you're doing
underneath the
this-
fur, which is almost dancing with the pressure that's currently being exerted on it.
Do I have I'm gonna take a rope I have and tie it.
Okay.
To the rod.
Sorry.
around
So as you're quickly
to myself.
as you're quickly
Darling.
tying yourself to the rope, suddenly as you pull back, you watch as the badge snaps from the wall, snapping forward, almost hitting you in the chest as it extends, before slamming back into the wall. As you lose your grip on it and find yourself now almost spinning in space over top of the rod, kind of pressing yourself up against the back of the wall. However, you hear something. Almost like it sounds like a gust of wind from below. This intense sliding churning. In the darkness, seeing nothing, but it's getting closer and closer and closer.
We wake something up now.
As currently, Iwin, you're holding on to the ladder with a rope tied around both your waist as you're currently pressed against, looking down with Greta. You
Greta!
hearing him.
Get on my shoulders just in case.
Okay, but get the rod. Get on
So as you,
I'm back on.
all right, as
okay,
you get back
and
on the ladder, grabbing the rod,
Yeah.
Yeah.
you hear this sound of something approaching quickly. Best describes almost sounds like the flap of wings, just
Oh no.
cascading against the wall. For you see, slowing down, a rope ladder pulling into place directly underneath the one you're on.
That's something.
It's a ladder that goes down.
I honestly thought that was like some beast. Sounded like a beast, not a ladder.
Ashvin hands the rod to Greta, starts to climb down.
All right.
Good
and
job.
then
Wait, let me bring a little light. And the minute the light goes out,
They're climbing.
stop. You better listen.
just following with you.
I'm climbing down.
Are you climbing first?
They've already
Oh,
started
yeah,
All
climbing.
right, so
Yeah.
I'm gonna do one more feather.
Catch the feather. Catch it.
Just let me.
Okay.
There.
as you holding on to the lit feather, as you're now climbing down hand over hand, climb down 50 feet, 100 feet,
Oh.
150 feet from your original position,
She's not
200
here.
feet, quickly approaching the place where the feathers had winked out. And as you're climbing down, looking now, you can see around you in the walls, directly below you, as you hit 210 feet, you can see around you several small spikes driven into the walls. However, the feather does not go out. And as you're continuing to climb downward,
Careful.
the feather stays lit. And now 250 feet down. And as you're looking down, you can actually see directly below you now. As the light from the feather is beginning to get closer and closer to the bottom, you're now 270 feet. And as the light begins to light below, you can see that there is a chamber of some kind through the opening in the floor. And it looks like the ladder originates there. You can see, clear as day, sprawled out, the unconscious figure of Hecate. Sort of robes all in shambles, as it appears that he has landed on several wooden boxes. They are completely demolished, the box that he's currently landing on. And you can see that all around his silhouette appears to be broken glass and this very bright phosphorescent glow that is all around Hecate's figure.
That's a cool visual.
And as you are now
postulate.
looking down across from you at eye level, you can see a series of holes in the wall, which appear to be in a pattern of 4 holes with a single one in the middle that appear to be metallic spikes embedded just in the wall. But they don't move as you continue downward. And now, behind you looking, you can see a spate of fresh blood across a large piece of stone that has almost a chalky appearance, as if it recently ground against stone. Realizing that the thing you're looking at is some sort of trap that was triggered as Hecate passed down. The stone itself is the entire width of the chamber and at least 6 feet high. And given the amount of force that it would take to flatten the stone as it was, clearly on both sides of it, it would have hit the wall at an incredible speed. But as you descend into the chamber, sort of feet crunching onto glass, you can see that it's a passage that extends into darkness. However, Hecate is directly in front of you.
Is the postulate on him?
It's all around
Is it
him.
like oozing though?
Looking at it, you can see that it appears that inside the crate, there are very large glass jars
Okay.
that apparently shattered as Hecate smashed into them.
Okay.
And they're large. They're enough to, for you, Ashvin, it would be a handful just to hold one. And as it broke, it just spilled postulite everywhere within this chamber.
Iwin! And I'm kind of trying to go to Hecate.
Yeah.
We gotta stabilize him. Here, I have some salt. The salt stabilizes the postulite. So just in case, it touches skin or something.
Was he? Should I put it on me?
Is that
on my
bad?
stuff or on him?
No, it's better. The postulite reacts with water. It's bad.
Are you saying where should I put the salt?
I don't know if you stabilize him and wake up and his skin hurts, we should put salt on it. From this postulite. This is worth a lot of money, by the way.
Hecate. And I'm just kind of.
As you're gently
Captain's
trying
face.
to wake him, he's unconscious, but his head is just covered in blood.
I'm
Like-
gonna cast a Cure Wounds
Okay.
on him.
When they're doing that, I want to just kind of see if there's anyone around, or if there is this just one room.
Make a perception check.
Okay, because I don't want anyone coming down here. 13.
13. There is no one else in this passage. The passage itself is about 12 feet wide,
Okay.
about 8 feet high. This chamber that you're in,
Okay.
and it just proceeds into darkness in one direction.
Okay. All right.
But you can see from this perspective, it's been shored up with wood and beams along the edges.
Okay.
Cool. Let's cast some Cure Wounds. I just add them up, right?
Mhm.
So 10.
10. So as this green light emanating from your hand begins to cascade across Hecate, you watch as the enormous injury to the back of his neck and his shoulders and the back of his head begin to partly close. Hecate, you awaken, immediately trying to breathe, realizing that your nostrils are full of postulite. As you spit out a cloud of golden glitter on everyone
Whoa.
that just coats you.
Should I rub the salt on now?
As
Rub it on his face.
as Iwin currently looks, it's like you've been painted with a disco ball.
That sounds counterintuitive.
That's all right.
You are alive.
Alive.
Hecate.
What happened?
I've just been slapping you on the face.
I'm okay. I'm awake.
I thought you could fly.
I thought so too, and then nothing.
Well, it looks like something hit you.
He like puts his fingers through the back of his
Oh,
head.
it's just coated in blood.
Blood and
It was a
postulite.
catastrophic injury. Yeah.
Let me throw another Cure Wounds at you.
Oh,
I go with you.
Yeah,
alright?
yeah, yeah.
I got
Help
you.
him.
okay. Thanks.
15.
All right. Wow.
How?
Wow. That's maximum. Jeez.
Wait. No. Oh no. I accidentally healed 150. I am now at more than half of my max HP.
As
Yeah,
the
welcome.
wound begins to stitch itself shut, the migraine remains.
I mean, looking at
Grace.
the walls.
As you go to put your hands down, you immediately feel the prick of glass that you're just sitting in, crushed underneath your body.
Can I just get you up?
Yep.
Ashvin picks him up.
As you just find yourself dangling in
Ugh.
space before set on the ground, very woozy.
Yeah.
The last thing you remember is the impact of something striking you.
Something hit me.
And then looking up above you, you can see spattered across the wall your own blood from the impact of the wall above.
It was a spike.
That's what I'm thinking.
So it wasn't like somebody there lurking who had like that. It was
No.
a trap.
I dodged something.
Oh, Hecate.
Thanks.
We're glad you're okay.
Oh, that was so stupid.
Do we want
Feather's
to-
still lit.
Feather's still lit.
Okay.
Oh, that
Our
was so
spin was
dumb.
very strong and got us down here.
How did you?
I'm gonna take some of this.
And I just start putting postulite into my fathom satchel.
Are you grabbing it by the handful or by the jars?
Oh, by the jars.
By the jars.
Yeah, of course.
As you pick up the first jar, you can see that part of the planking of the crate shifts in place, and it's very clearly marked as iron ore.
They've been lying about this.
Before shoving the entire jar of postulite into your bag.
I'm gonna take another.
There's one in the crate. 3 of them are shattered underneath the Hecate.
Okay.
Yeah, there's also another crate.
Yeah, I want to take.
I'll take a jar.
All right.
Yeah, you
so
should.
are you opening up the other crate?
This looks
Yeah.
like some evidence that we've been looking for. Because look, it's not labeled postulite.
No.
That means they're selling this stuff in secret.
Yeah, oh, whoops. I forgot I can't just take this for my own benefit. I'm a
Yeah,
part
take
of
everything,
something
like-
good.
Just keep
Yeah,
one
we'll
for
just-
evidence. Get whatever you want.
As
Okay,
Greta
yeah.
verbally processes an
Good
internal thoughts.
idea, yeah.
Here. Hands the feather back.
Oh, thank you.
How did you... He points to the ladder.
Ashvin, so strong.
Yeah, you said that, but what did Ashvin do?
Well,
What did you do?
The glyph that we saw.
Yeah.
We had to pull. I thought it was some sort of button or you needed a code word.
or
And
like a turn. But
I
what
just
I
pulled
but they
really hard.
pulled. Real
I think it was
hard.
a trap that was
It's just-
set.
By best account, looking at the space above you, it looks to be a two-phase trap.
Ooh.
The first one was spikes, which was the metal that Hecate saw. And the second one was that the entire wall collapsed in the chamber, which is
Oh.
what actually hit you.
I see.
Wow.
Yeah. So you dodged the first one, which did not impale you,
Yeah.
which you would have then been crushed by the second trap of the wall closing around you.
That would have probably killed me.
I'm holding, Greta is kind of waving around a large plume that is lit up. And she's trying to find her other feathers that have dropped down here.
You can see the two of them are
Okay.
trampled slightly from you landing in the
Oh.
chamber.
Gotta clean this.
Ashvin uses Mage Hand to pick all the glass out of Hecate's back.
It
Thanks.
just begins plucking the single pieces.
Ooh.
Just
Oh, man.
There's no finesse to that, is there?
Nope.
Yeah, I deserve it. I deserve it.
looking along the wall, by the way, when you entered the chamber, you can see a complimentary badge that's currently pressed against the wall, matching the one from above.
We don't want to touch that, right?
Would that turn it back on, you think?
Why would you turn it back on? if
Does
you
it look the
can?
same?
It looks identical to the one
Okay.
above.
Yeah, it'd probably make the ladder go away.
Hecate will go over and pick up his torch and light it
As
again.
it lights up and lights up the chamber that you're in, it just extends into darkness, this passage.
What else is in here besides the crates?
Nothing,
Okay.
just the two crates.
That's
But
it.
you do feel at this point a very light breeze that's blowing from the direction of the passage proceeding into darkness.
Keep going.
Keep going.
Yeah.
Can't you feel it? It seems like there's another way out rather than back up.
What if this passage...
As a point, you are very far underground.
Yeah.
So
So
it's
just a, yeah.
strange that there be a wind blowing. Oh, real quick. Here you go for the headache. Yeah, don't ask. It won't give other side effects.
What do I do with it?
You put it under your tongue, obviously.
Okay. What's under his tongue?
Make a
dissolves.
constitution check.
Uh-oh. 10.
10? It takes effect quite quickly.
Ooh.
It should help your head.
Yeah?
As your head, pain goes away.
Very good.
You begin to lose sensation in your tongue.
But that's
Oh.
it. Nothing else.
Oh, I can't really feel my tongue anymore.
That's the only side
You
effect.
begin to feel your sinuses draining slightly.
Oh, this is...
Did you just give me Sudafed?
Which way?
Yeah.
Draining downward.
It's fine, but your headache will go away.
Yeah, it's gone.
Left ear begins to ring just ever so slightly, but the headache's gone.
What did you give me?
Oh, no, you're fine. Thanks
Yeah.
for trusting me. So,
Oh, you-
I say we go back up. We have enough evidence, right?
Do we?
Yeah, we have the... Look, this iron ore box with the postulite in it. We have the thing that tried to kill me from
Oh,
the
I
ship.
suppose we do.
We killed Stamets.
We're down here.
He
We're
just
already down here.
Points down like the hallway.
No!
If you were to leave right
Actually-
now, you would make your appointment with Kupris.
No, I made enough dumb decisions today.
And we need to
I'll
make
leave it
that
to you
appointment. Right, Greta?
Hey, listen. You've almost died. We don't need to go down this path to death. More death. I've been in a dark place like this, and I don't want to be here no more.
Let's go back up.
Yeah.
Hey, you've been back and forth with her. Let's get out of here.
Yeah.
Husband?
I don't know if we have enough evidence.
Oh,
We
no,
killed
I
all but one of the witnesses that were there.
Yeah, they probably got scared and moved along.
That's
Well,
my point.
But we have evidence of this being mislabeled, and we can bring him back if he wants to. All I can
I'm
say is,
going.
if you want to keep going, you gotta grab Greta and move us in further.
Let's just see. I just
You
want to
gotta
know if
pick
there's
her
a
up.
door.
I'm saying you gotta pick her up because she's there.
I just want to see if there's
Greta's
something.
heading back to the ladder.
It's time to go, everyone.
Hecate just silently follows Greta.
So as the two of you make your way over to the ladder, what are the two of you doing?
Let's go down there.
I just want to see if there's a door. That's all.
All right, I'll go with you.
Okay.
We decided.
We just want to look for a door.
Right. Still holding the feather. As you proceeding.
No, I gave the feather
That's
back.
right. It's totally,
I have
it's-
that lantern. Is my lantern
Yeah,
still
yeah. So as
going?
you as
Yeah.
your lantern lights the passage,
Yeah.
are you opening it up all the way, or are you keeping the beam focused?
I want to open it up.
All right, so
Because
is
I
it-
think we're.
As it lights up the passage in front of you, another 30, 60 feet, it's just more passage.
It's just passage. It's not like
Proceeding into darkness.
After all that, this feels so unsatisfying.
You know?
That's what I'm thinking.
No, it's satisfying that our friend is alive.
How can you hear us still?
I am a
Not very far.
She does have very sensitive hearing.
But it's just. We want
Speaking
there to
of
be
which,
more
your
down
right
here.
ear begins to start ringing slightly,
Oh no.
but you feel great.
I'm up.
All right, so as Greta and Hecate begin climbing the ladder, two of you, what are you doing?
I kind of just want to see, like a little.
I wish you. I was gonna have to say it.
Hey,
I'm walking.
Greta.
Let's keep
What?
going.
We shouldn't split up again.
What do you mean split up? We're all coming up the ladder.
No, we're not.
What?
Greta looks down to see that her
You
friends
looking
aren't
down,
there.
you watch as
Misfits.
Ashvin and Iwin disappear into the chamber.
You have got to be joking.
We're treading lightly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like we're not like.
We're not like running.
Running.
Well, you do have a lantern that can be seen
Yeah.
from a long
Yeah, I
way.
want to see if there's anything that pops out.
So
Like,
as
and
currently as you're
further a
illuminating the
couple feet
passage, it begins to snake and wind, and as you're walking forward, you watch as it splits into two directions. So as you head to the right in the passageway, you find that after about 50 feet of you snaking through, you can see where this has clearly been dug in the sense around larger pieces of granite that were more difficult to dislodge. They interfere with the passageway in such a way that it's just difficult to navigate as it begins to get tighter and tighter and tighter. You also find that it's quite unstable what you're stepping through. At a certain point, as you cross one furrow, placing your hand on the stones to your left, it's moist. And you feel water running over your hand. And as it does, you watch as it washes away the bits of poshlight that were still sort of hanging off of your fur and your skin.
That was bad.
It's briny. It's salt water.
Okay.
But you find that the stone itself is quite unstable and that it begins to vibrate underfoot as your hand is somehow connected to something at your feet. But crossing the furrow, you're beginning to get a ways away from the rest of the party.
I don't know if we should keep going. This seems like this seems a little unstable. Like the people are digging. Maybe let's go back and go the other way.
It was fun for a little while, and now it's not fun anymore.
All right. Let's make it just a little bit more fun. Let's go back to that fork in the road and go down the other way.
Okay.
As you go to turn away from the passage and begin to walk, you hear something in the distance scraping against the walls. It's a ways away from you, but you hear this sound almost like stones rubbing together
That was ahead,
That's a good
behind
sign.
you.
behind us
From
from,
where
when
we
we
came from?
No.
You mean because we turned around?
Okay,
and
okay,
got
As you
okay.
turn around
Yeah.
and looking over your shoulder at the source of the sound, you can see in the distance as it appears that the passage straightened out a bit of a ways once you got over that furrow. You can see a set of 3 eyes glowing in the distance.
Ashvin,
Let's
keep
going.
keep walking back.
Okay.
I'm gonna walk backwards, and as I walk backwards, I focus my light right on the eyes just to see what we're looking at.
As you go to focus your light, it's not quite far enough, but the eyes get significantly brighter. They're reflecting against your lantern.
Oh.
and you can see that they're bobbing slightly as it's moving towards you.
Let's run
Okay.
on the count of... Just run.
As the two of you begin to sprint down the chamber now, looking over your shoulder, you can see that it's whatever it is bobbing and now moving behind you at speed. And currently, as you're running, you can hear the sound of scraping and clambering as whatever it is digging up quite a mess against the floor as it's running very quickly behind you. However, as you run past several of the tighter bends and begin to step forward, you hear the sound of cracking stone as whatever it is has actually brute forced its way through the passage. And as you turn the fork and begin racing as fast as you can, it's not gaining on you, but it is absolutely moving at your speed. As whatever it is pursuing you, that you can only hear the sound of it moving as it's in a hurry, is very quick, like very close behind you as you're sprinting. As you find yourself meandering through the passage and can now see Greta and Hecate on the ladder, kind of lazily in the passageway, discussing the proverbs of dead cows.
Climb that ladder!
Climb!
As the two of you begin immediately
Can I use my
climbing.
boots? They take me 15 feet, 15 feet,
Yeah.
15 feet.
As Greta just begins blinking up through the passageway, just disappearing from sight, climbing as quick as possible. As the two of you leaping on the ladder now begin to climb as quick as you can see that there is a large creature that is beginning to enter into eyesight of the passageway. As it appears it's multiple arms and legs, as it's now digging into the ground, breaking stone as it's attempting to pursue you. Looking behind, you can see these three eyes glowing as the creature itself almost seems slightly wreathed in darkness. But as you begin to climb the ladder and climb up, you watch as it slides under spot directly where the passage opens. A lot of you are just climbing as quick as you can, and looking down, it doesn't appear to be pursuing, but it's absolutely looking up at you from the base of the passage.
Don't stop.
What is that?
I don't know what it is.
Hecate will kind of stop on the ladder and look at it and see if he recognizes what kind of what it is.
As you look at it from here, you can see these three eyes unblinking staring up at you. And you can almost see what appears to be a white, it's not so much a fog or smoke as it is this gray sort of film that appears to be almost sliding off the creature onto the floor. And as you're in the passage now looking down, you can smell it much more than you can see it. It's this earthy smell that almost causes you to gag as you're looking down at this creature, which is now peering up at you. All you can make out are those three eyes, multiple arms which appear to be extended into the walls of the chambers it's staring up, and a large, the best you can see is some sort of gaping maw on the creature that's just staring up at you.
That's a lot.
Have we gotten to the glyph yet?
As you're climbing up, no, it's a ways to climb
Okay.
as you're attempting to climb it.
I don't see it at all. I'm just going.
As you're still climbing up, the rest of you, are you still climbing or are you sort of pausing to look back?
I paused.
I'm not pausing
Yeah,
at all.
Hecate's
They're above
definitely
us, so
taking a
we
look at
pause.
it. If it's not
I'm on there.
pursuing,
I'm on his pace.
You begin to feel a slight vibration on the ladder as what it is attempting to climb into the passage, but clumsily.
I'm not stopping.
Oh, keep.
Wait, climb into the
It's
climb up?
Yes, as it's now
Oh.
beginning to climb up. It's a ways behind you. It's much slower than you, but it's beginning to climb into the passage rather clumsily as it's still pursuing up.
Up, I go.
Yeah, Hecate's gonna start speeding up and go up the ladder now.
So as your hot pursuit of Greta, who is just blinking as quick as she can up the passage, it takes you a while to climb. It's a long ways to climb this, and you find that you're beginning to get exhausted as you've now climbed up. You've climbed down almost 1,000 feet of ladder, and now find yourselves having to climb up almost 1,000 feet of ladder.
My boots are very good that I don't need it.
Muscles beginning to ache and strain. Looking down, the creature is still climbing behind you.
Oh,
As you find yourselves now passing the badge, which is stuck in the wall, as
Yeah.
you've made it 300 feet up.
I'm Blink. Hey, drinks on me at the pub. Come on,
It's
guys.
just boom, boom.
That's
does it look-
incentive.
Yeah.
What does it look like? The glyph.
Same as it was before, stuck in the wall.
can you think you can get that to activate again?
I don't know. I start trying to push
As
it.
you begin to push on it, as Hecate and Greta are now climbing up, and you and Iwin attempting to push on it, it's still lodged in the wall.
Pull.
As you go to pull, it's firmly lodged in the wall.
Oh,
Hey, you got an axe? Cut off the ladder.
As Greta disappears over the top of the.
Then we won't be able to ever get back down.
Come this way for the drinks. Hurry.
Make a perception check.
12.
12. Looking down, it has moved past the trap. Looking down, the creature which is climbing up the passage looks like it has a lot of trouble going straight up. And as it is, even the speed that you're going, struggling, well, not really you, but everyone else struggling to keep pace on the ladder, it's not keeping up with you. And at a certain point, as you're looking down, you feel like it's stopped moving, but then notice that it's just inching its way up.
I'm still at the glyph.
Yeah.
Go into a rage.
Okay.
Ian's gonna just start going up.
All right. As you continuing to climb upwards now.
Yeah, just because he knows he's slow. Yeah, I'm really slow.
How
I'm
far
sorry,
down is
Austin.
it?
I gotta keep going. I can't move. at the
Just
pace.
go. Just go.
All right.
As you begin to climb further up, the thick black tendrils
those.
that begin to just whip around you as they're currently falling down almost like ink around you as you grab hold of the badge once more.
I don't know if this can do anything for me,
Make a
but
strength
I'm
check.
just gonna 6 and a 17, so I'll take the 17 plus 6, so 23.
23. Once more, as you grab hold of the badge with the black inky tendrils wrapping themselves around it and begin to pull on it, it snaps forward, striking you once more as you're now resting on the ladder, the rage filling you with a sort of almost blindness to your environment. As it snaps back, you find that the ladder kicks out from underfoot and begins to snake down the wall. And as it does, you watch as this creature that was below you suddenly, the eyes go out as the ladder shoots down the passage.
Do I hear a thump?
You hear nothing except the sound of the ladder disappearing into it.
I'm watching
darkness.
this.
If Iwin, if you could make a perception check.
You got it. 14.
14. Listening, you can't see it, but you can hear it. And it's still climbing.
It's still climbing.
You can hear the sound of
All right.
scraping stone.
I'm gonna do. Austin,
It's
I'm
very
gonna,
slow.
I'm gonna do something I haven't done, but I should have done a long time ago.
I will say, at this point,
Huh?
you're moving faster than it is. So if you
Yeah.
continue out, you're going to exit first.
I can hear the thing.
And you hear a voice from Greta.
Where's you guys? Are you behind us or no?
We're coming.
Then come.
I start climbing, but I'm still looking back.
Yeah.
As you continue climbing now, looking back, you can see nothing of the creature. And as you reach the landing where Greta and Hecate have already begun the ascent on the other side, looking down, can see no sign of it. You can hear it.
But can you hear it?
You can hear it.
What?
The stone scraping on
Scraping
stone.
on stone. Oh.
As this creature is still climbing the
So it's
passage. behind you.
invisible?
No,
Or it's just too dark to see because its eyes aren't glowing anymore?
But as you continue climbing now, after what seems interminable, as your arms feel like they've been beaten with rods, as you find yourselves finally, desperately clawing yourselves back to the surface, completely filthy, looking like you had just rolled in the bottom of a pig's messy hovel, as you find yourselves now on your backs looking up at the brilliant night sky above you shining down with the sounds of interminable work being done in the pits, as there's, even at this hour, mining being done. and the sounds of bellows as well as fires rising up from various kilns and smelting operations that are happening just over your shoulder, down below in the open air chasm. The fetid smell of the city fills your nostrils once again. You're above ground.
We gotta cover the trap.
Do we think it can get through? Is it the
Can
opening's
I'm
big
gonna,
enough?
I'm gonna lean over into the hole and just put my lantern down and just try
Looking
to
down?
gaze and just see if it'll go anywhere.
Can
And
you
then
still
listen.
hear
I'm
it?
just gonna take my time and try to
Listen.
get low enough that I can try to like block out what's up. And
As you holding your lantern over and peering into the darkness, as well as having one ear just sort of listening, can't hear it.
I think we're good.
What?
I don't get
Cover
it
it,
anymore.
cover it though. Cover it. What was that thing?
I don't know.
I don't.
Is it like a just a door, like a wooden or metal
It's
door?
a
grate?
wooden hatch that it's almost like a cellar door, as it originally was part of the interior. It's how you access the interior space in the dock to maintain it. As you shut it next to the chandlery, and what's left of the chandlery hanging over the slopes of the pits, and shutting the trap door. The tarp is still there, undisturbed from whenever you came down originally.
Okay.
And it's not a lot of work to move it back into place and
Okay.
scatter rocks back over it to blend it in as it was before. And after a few minutes, as you find yourselves absolutely filthy but alive,
Wow.
All right, Greta, are we gonna still make that meeting?
I guess. Maybe I need one of those capsules. No, no, no! I've been sober for 3 months. 10 days, 7 hours. Okay.
Hecate's just like blank stare ahead. He's just like,
Oh, yeah.
he's out.
Wiggle your tongue a little bit. You'll be good in 5 minutes. Let's try to make our way.
And Greta's a little woozy, so her boots blink her out 15 feet ahead every so often.
He's just covered in his blood and postulite and dirt.
Should we clean ourselves up
I
a
got
bit?
it. I got it. And he will take a few tries to cast prestidigitation. He's still really tired.
as you cast it, it sort of half cleans, quarter cleans. You watch as one of Iwin's legs just is completely clean, but the rest of him is
All right.
disheveled.
It's a good look, I guess.
Thank
We
you.
just don't want the postulate on us, right?
Yeah.
As you begin to sort of pat against yourselves to put it out, it takes you a while. For Hecate, he's absolutely covered in it.
Does anyone have another jacket or something? Clean and walk.
As you continue to walk down the streets, getting the attention of several locals who are looking out over their dinner as the group of you just looking very disheveled and in a lot of ways defeated, as kind of hunched shoulders as the 4 of you are walking
They're
throughout
looking at us?
the furrows of muck. Yeah,
Rough day in the pits.
And I keep going.
it's just speechlessly family after family witnesses you as dirt and postulite and muck begins to fling off as Hecate's casting prestidigitation.
Okay.
Don't ask.
It's just
Enjoy your dinner.
as you make your way up through the streets until finally you find yourselves outside the doors of the Vibrani, a large, rough-hewn wooden structure. Looks a little bit like a barrel on the outside.
This is where we were meeting.
Is this where we were supposed to meet him?
It's where you're meeting
Okay,
Kubris.
good.
Yeah, my head's still. I think whatever you gave me is
I
worn
feel-
off by now.
Yeah, it has. You moved your tongue.
As you step across the threshold into the inside, you find that once more, the elven individual, very clean-shaven, with what appears to be, this time, a lovely golden chain, is connecting from one ear to a nose-piercing. The individual leaning across the desk once more. It looks like they're reading a book, possibly, as they're turning it lazily as the door opens. They look up. Oh, hello.
Nice to see you too.
You look awful.
Yeah,
Sorry.
Oh, do I?
I like the chain.
Thank you. It just flicks the chain.
Ow.
Do you have a head wound?
Yeah.
And as you
He's just like, yeah.
as you sort of pat back at it and looking down, one area not clean is your hands, which are just covered in your own blood, now dried. Wish to make your ways downstairs again. Mind your shoes. As you begin to make your way over to the bathhouse entrance, refers once more to the bucket on the side.
Oh yeah, because
Yeah.
and I whisper up to Ashvin.
Come here. Because Lord Galaton's paying for this.
Yes, yes,
the bathhouses act as a in a lot of ways a social setting.
Right.
And
Right.
So it wouldn't be uncommon to have a meeting at a bathhouse.
I wish more people had meetings in bathhouses. That sounds great.
It
Right?
does.
Oh, I
As-
almost forgot it
Fiore.
existed.
Fiore. That's his name.
Are you saying that out loud?
Yes. Because both Ashvin and I forgot their name.
Wait, he looks over. Yes?
Oh, I just forgotten your name because you weren't that important to me, but then I remembered it, so thanks.
No, that's fine, Gertle. As he refers
That's
over
close
to
to
a
my mom's name.
he refers over to a bucket. Looks down. I do not care.
I'm taking them off. My shoes.
As you're sloshing in the bucket, a lot of you quickly cleaning your feet before proceeding down the steps. As Fiore goes back to the book at the desk. Stepping downstairs, you find there's no one there. It's currently empty. As you make your way into the space and taking a few moments to prepare yourselves as you enter the baths.
Okay, wait, hey,
What?
caveat co. Yeah, you need to go soak.
Yeah.
Sorry.
The water stings immensely as it begins to wash over your injuries.
So, is one of us gonna be like, the spokesperson? Have all the details? You was the councilman. You good at speaking?
Not it.
I'll do it if you
Not it.
I'm happy to talk.
Okay, it's you.
You didn't say no, I just want to point out. You just touched your nose.
I don't know how this works.
as you
I'm trying to teach you.
as you find yourselves drifting below the surface of the water, letting the warmth, the aches of the day begin to lift off your bodies. You hear the slight creak of a door. And looking, you can see that in this room, which previously you had not noticed any doors, moving just askew from a wall, you can see a older individual with what appears to be a more neatly trimmed beard, as Kubris, in what appeared to be bathing clothes, peeks out slightly. "Oh, you're all here?
Yeah.
Oh, excellent!" And shuffling forward before quickly diving into the water. "I gotta say, it's been a rough few days for me.
Huh? For you?
Yes,
Sorry.
Us too.
been drifting from, I had to stay at an inn I'm just not really that comfortable with it.
Oh, you had to
Had
stay in
the
it.
worst mattresses you can imagine.
Oh,
Was
that's
that right?
Not goose down, duck down. Duck down.
Somebody hold me back.
Ludicrous.
Hold me back.
Anyway, whoa! What happened to your head?
long story.
That's what
As we go to the
we've
break.
had a
Okay. As the party is currently in the baths in the Vibrant Eye, in the sort of opaque, pale, white water that is the hot baths, currently lounging after the travails of the last 2 days. Kubris, having just described the terrible condition of the duck-down bed that he had to sleep in, is now turning to you. "So, can you catch me up? What did you find in the heap?" Are our bags nearby?
You
At
brought
all?
your equipment down. Yeah.
Okay.
You didn't take them into the bath.
Okay.
I mean, do you always have the Fathom satchel on you?
Not in the bath,
Okay.
but it's very
It's very nearby. It's on the edge.
Hecate just kind of leans back. All you. Starts like wiping the black eye makeup that he's got on. Just
Well,
that's a cue.
he's had a day.
Mm-hmm.
Would you like to start explaining? I will get one of the things we found out of my satchel. Give me a sec.
And I climb out of the water.
Suspense is killing me. Go ahead.
Oh, yeah, it's killing
Oh,
you.
yeah. It's killing you.
I'd say it almost killed all of us today. Maybe more than one, more than the other, but we almost died. Yeah, that's why we compete.
We all pretty much almost
pretty
died.
We
It's
went
not a
and
competition.
poked around where you told us to poke around.
Right.
We ran into Stamos's crew, and we ended up fighting them to a very nasty end. Let's just say he activated some sort of device and blew himself up.
It was his hammer.
Whoa! Wait, so Stamets dead?
Stamos is dead, along with Lefty.
Well, that's a huge relief, though, right?
Yep, and look, this is what they tried to use to kill me.
And I was just trying to pull it out, and I finally got it
As
out.
it dents slightly into the wood on the side of the pool.
Ta-da!
That device had a needle on it that was meant to poison us.
Right.
So then we decided to attack. We found a note on Lefty that took us to the Gemini. What was the first name?
Elta Gemini.
Gemini. So we went to the Elta Gemini, and at the Elta Gemini we spoke to the cleric there.
We
Yes.
didn't get her name.
Didn't get a name, unfortunately.
Okay.
But by us just mentioning Lefty and why we were there, they tried to get out of there before we could ask them any more questions.
Right.
And that led us to going to the blue. What is it?
And
Wait. Yeah.
What? Oh,
they
they burned.
have left town. They burned the ledger.
Leaving quite a few bodies behind, too, right? I mean.
Well, we didn't kill them. They just.
Oh, okay, I see. Oh,
They'd-
that wasn't a
Yeah.
euphemism.
We came in.
Okay.
No, she burnt her ledger.
Like she
Oh.
burnt
Is that
the book.
a euphemism for something?
I didn't know if you would, burned the ledger.
No.
Meaning,
Burnt the
Never we. Are you making that up right now?
no, you just said that Stamets blew himself up.
Well, right.
Yeah.
That's,
He blew
He blew
himself
himself
up.
up. We weren't like.
I don't
Being
think we're
clever
being
about it.
very subtle.
Yeah,
I'm being very straightforward.
Okay,
Yes,
okay, I'm
straightforward.
following, right?
So they burnt the ledger.
And you see him as he's looking down. You can see that as he fiddles with a bag that he's set down on the side, pulls out what appears to be one of a spicy pickle that you recognize, as he begins to concernedly chew on it.
Before they could exit and leave town, we got them to tell us that a lot of what their workings and what they bring in that they would pick up where it came from. So we went into the pits. And what we did is we found, what was it called again, the blue?
Oh, we were by the blue state.
Oh, the Blue State.
We went to the blue state.
Well, the Blue State is just dead warehouses now.
Yeah. You'd
Oh, yeah.
You'd believe what not,
And
wouldn't
then
you?
the Gore and Chandler.
We found something hidden there that was a
Come
down,
again?
Underneath the top.
like an old dock, the underneath. And we went down about 500 or more into the ground.
Phew, this is great news.
What?
You found a tunnel
Yeah.
in the state? Oh, this is fantastic news.
It wasn't that
Why?
great because we almost lost our friend because of this.
He got stuck in a trap. He almost died.
Oh, this is even better.
What?
Oh, this is
Sorry.
good. As he begins to pull out a ledger, you can see him writing down,
Lord Gelatarn, this
gonna
is
get that
great.
writ?
"This is fantastic. This is what I hired you for."
Are you gonna pay us more because he almost ate it?
We can get to the.
You want to look at the back of my
All right,
head?
okay.
We had already
focus
agreed
up for a
to-
second here. because
Yes.
I don't want- What we ended up having is he ended up almost dying now.
Sure.
Ewan, we forgot the part about the mass grave. That
The
we
mass
found.
grave. Oh, this is fantastic news.
Right.
Oh,
You can get to that. I'm moving on.
You
I'm
can see him
sorry.
furiously writing in a book.
As all of this is
Thank
piling
you.
on, Greta pulls out one of the jars of postulite, and we found this.
And look at that. That is postulate. But look at it. It's labeled as.
It was labeled as iron ore.
As you pull, you have the wooden.
Yeah,
Right,
I
right.
would have gotten the slab or
Yeah,
some
yeah.
sort of.
As you hold it. So.
And the creature almost got hold of us trying to get that back.
Well, that sounds like the pits.
A creature,
Have 3 eyes.
three-eyed.
Lot of- lot
creature.
of-
So I don't really head down there, but people get eaten.
Well, I guess we
Yeah.
was expendable to him. Yeah. Okay.
So is that
Where-
enough?
Greta, where are you holding the postulite jar?
Huh?
Where are you holding the jar?
It was in my fathom satchel.
Where are you holding it
I
currently?
put it on the ground.
You put it on the ground?
Yeah.
On the edge of the. How close
I
is it to the
put
edge?
it near him to show him.
He's in the bath.
Yeah, I put it on the ground, not in the water
Okay.
at all.
Okay.
No, I know that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is it setting on the edge? All right. No, this is, I have to say, you found a mass grave at the Blue Staith.
No.
You found,
It wasn't
not
at the Blue State.
sorry.
The mass grave was at Emer's Heap.
Where we had our.
even better.
Covered with
But the
porcelain
bodies are gone
around.
now.
Right.
The bodies are gone
And
though.
then
They
moved.
But
took
you
them.
saw it.
We did,
Yes.
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 And one of those peoples in the grave had a glyph in their head.
They all did.
They exploded.
Like a tattoo.
It
Yeah.
was a magical glyph. I tried to speak with them.
Yeah.
I'm able to speak with people even after they've passed on, but
Yeah, you should up his rates. Real
Would you-
talent.
Sounds really creepy.
Could
but-
you draw it?
it's likely.
Oh yeah.
So we have, let's see, a mass grave, an Emus heap. We have a hidden entrance into the pits in the Blue Staith, and you can see that he's just looking ecstatic as he continues writing in his ledger. And what sounds like a conspiracy of hiding goods in transit.
Yeah, also gotta tell you something. Elta Gemery has a back room with a place where they burn things.
I think it's just a place where they exchange goods.
They exchange goods.
Like
oh,
a store?
Yeah, that's just where she burned
Well,
them.
it's a store, right? Well, that sounds like, well, I mean, we don't have to get too far down the rabbit hole of the various illegal activities as far as that's concerned, but I can tell you that the Blue Staith is owned by Alder Truitt. Alder Truitt, originally the wharf master, is not supposed to have a hole into the pits in the Staith. There are currently only 2 entrances into the pits, and neither of those are there, so that's an unlicensed opening to the pit.
Ah, you wanna get him.
Also, we have mass graves in Emer's Heap. That's definitely not wheat that's been buried, so looks like Emer's in for a conversation.
It didn't seem like the people knew about what was there. It seemed like something that Stamets' crew was involved in.
Yeah, maybe
Oh,
Stamets
that's
works
definitely
for
Emer's
Ema.
responsibility.
Oh.
And then we have a conspiracy involving the illegal marcation of goods.
This is good. We're coming up with good stuff.
Yes, to be honest, I feel like I have enough here. Just curious, in your travels in the heaps, did you find a diminutive fan fellow who looks like he doesn't cut his fingernails and was holding a large book around his neck?
There was a massive landslide where a lot of people were lost, so not quite
Yeah.
sure.
We're in good standing with the Grit and Bear at sea, 'cause we saved one of them in the landslide, and they came to thank us.
Oh, that's great. There's 6 alders. There's Ema, you're familiar with
Yeah.
Ema's wheat field. And it sounds like Ema's derelicting that. There's also Truitt.
Well, we don't know that. We didn't speak with him.
Well, if there's a mass grave on Ema's property, it sounds like Ema's.
It was inside of a box, and it was guarded.
Again, all I need is evidence of a dereliction of duty. Intent doesn't really matter for what I'm trying to do.
He
What
may
are you
have
trying
been
to
in
do?
cahoots.
I'm trying to void the interest of the other alders.
What does that mean?
Well, it means
Trying
that
to take control of everything.
I'm trying to disband the council.
He's trying to take back. Remember, he lost control.
Right
Oh, I
now, there's
remember.
there's no public interest for the city. It's just run by the companies and the mercenaries. I can't control anything. And the alders, because they've been in a lot of ways profiteering or running away from this situation, have bound my hands. So it sounds like I have enough here to actually,
What does that mean for all of the people working there at the heap?
well, it means that if I'm in control of the city, I can, well, maybe I can help regulate it or
All right.
slow it down or make
So,
it safer. or-
Safe? Oh, that's good, right?
That's probably better. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm sorry if my interest seems sort of morbid, but a lot of people die here all the time.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
but if you have Emer's in charge of the wheat fields, and then the alder in charge of Blue Staith is an individual named Truitt. Now, true, it's supposed to be the harbor master, but clearly there's no more harbor. And the only thing left as property is Goran's chandlery. Also, you have the sheriff, Mykak, but Mykak has moved out of the city. It hasn't been seen for a while. Likewise, you have Ruhela, the treasurer, but Ruhela died in a mining accident about 5 months back, so that's one member I don't have to worry about voting against me on this.
If you wanted us to try and get any more living witnesses, we did find out that the hideout for Stammett's crew, which is now maybe just one, is over by the, what was it, the tannery.
The west. By the tannery.
The other two are Harls. She's terrible. She's in charge of the marketplace. Which, looking at this, it appears that, if these goods are marked as illicit, that sounds like that's Harls' responsibility. And there's also Ibazimus. Ibazimus was the record keeper.
Is dead?
Missing.
Oh.
Whenever the pits opened up, not everyone handled it so well, and Ibazimus was one who began to decline after the accidents.
So really, Harls, Ema, and Truitt are the ones that are really around and alive, and you kind of have something on each of them, from what we found out for you.
I do believe so.
Wow, we did a real good job, I guess.
Was that more than you were expecting?
Well, I was just hoping for results on the wheat field, but you've managed to dig up a conspiracy in a way.
So,
Sounds like we've gone above and beyond our...
Yes, you don't have to have an extended employ. It's so efficient.
Yeah.
so why don't you make it worth our while?
and pay us in advance.
Well, I feel like I can close out this contract now in a lot of ways.
It was an extended contract then.
It's like we did 3 jobs in one.
So
Right.
triple rate. That
Yeah.
sounds good.
Right?
Well, in a lot of ways, I mean, it was just really one job done very well.
Yeah,
Was
like
it?
times 3.
I mean, you're all fine. I'm fine.
We don't felt fine.
I almost died.
I
We
understand.
almost died.
We were on all.
So make it worth
Almost
a while,
dead.
or you're not getting out of the bath.
I see.
And Ashvin taps on the glass of the partial ale.
So you're...
I was Greta was about to crawl out and put the postulate back in her satchel.
You're like Stameth.
No,
No.
we just want you to make it worth a while.
Let me speak for the group for a second. I'm no councilman and nothing, but listen, Lord Galaton, we're the Caveat Code. We're brand new at this. All we want is a little bit more money because we thought we did a good job. We don't want to hurt you or nothing.
I was just joking, Duck Feathers.
Right.
We just
Duck
want you to
feathers.
realise that what we did
Duck
took a
down.
lot out of us.
Yeah, we really don't want to hurt you.
As you're saying this, you see as he makes his way over to the his bags, and as he's shifting through it, he goes, "Well, I do believe." As he begins counting out coins, we had 30 a day, and let's just say that, for sake of ending this conversation, he has 90, and sets out gold pieces, and I do believe our business is concluded.
Okay.
And getting out of the bath, begins to dress.
Okay.
Hey, you guys, why'd you gotta go do that?
I was just joking.
Well, you
Were
better
you?
We
You
need to fix this right now because
just
he
wanna make
could
sure
employ
you're
us in the future. We are a new company. We gotta have a good reputation.
And I want our company to be respected.
I am a good businesswoman.
And good day.
I'm
And
sorry.
begins climbing
Alright,
the stairs.
we're-
I'm gonna follow after him.
So as you're-
Am I stopping with?
As you're splashing out of the bath, beginning to climb the stairs,
Hecate disappears below the water.
Oh, great.
and crossing up to you catch him just as he's at the outside door,
Lord Galaton.
turning around as Fiari turns. Please do not drag.
I'm
Did you not get a towel?
Just I'm sorry, I can't believe I'm saying this. I apologize. Give me a sec.
You just hear Fiore sighing into his hands. You're making more mud on this floor.
You know me. My name's Greta. And I want to run a town someday, very similar to you. I really admire all you're doing.
Thank you.
I think you're doing the best you can.
Thank you.
And I apologize for the way that we threatened you. My group, they need to learn some manners.
Hopefully, when you run your own town,
Yeah,
you can do things your way.
yeah. Well, I just want to apologize.
I understand.
Thank you for your business. Thank you for your money. And, you can look me up. G&G Construction in Niles.
Right.
Be safe.
And he steps out the door.
Oh, no.
Did I get any read off of him whatsoever?
More dismissive.
Okay. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna slosh back over.
Yeah, we'll clean it up.
As you step once more into the buckets to get the mud off your feet that gathered, make your way downstairs.
I just quietly go downstairs and sink into the baths.
So,
Oh, you want to know what happened?
yeah.
Are you upset, Greta?
I don't know, maybe he reminds me of somebody I know, but I just felt bad threatening him just for a little more coin, but we did get good money. We got, I have an entrepreneurial spirit.
I thought we were on the same page. We were all trying to get more out of this. If he said that he was going to pay us more for all of the work that we did, why isn't it it's fair for us to be paid for what we did?
That's very true,
Yeah.
but
We
you
are pressing because
we
we thought-
can't go around threatening people like, oh, you're intimidated, no, partialite, too, you know?
That might have been a little much.
It's negotiation. That's how I learned.
Well,
I
no,
don't know.
We gotta go to negotiating class then if we're gonna have a good reputation. 'Cause look, he called us. Oh, he said, "Oh, you're just like Stammer's crew."
That
That's
one-
not good. That was like a stick to knife and turn it. And how of me, Greta? I'm the one being level-headed. That's wild.
I'm just doing what I can to survive.
Well, you've had a rough day, and I don't know. What do you guys think?
I think that he should not have been that dismissive of me almost dying, of us risking our lives.
We
down
all almost died.
Yes.
Yes, I
And
know.
that's what I was trying to get at. And he is upsetting me with his being glib about our work.
So you're just like.
And
He
I'm
was
sorry.
excited.
I'll cross a line if I have to, but I won't unless I have to.
He
Well-
was excited about a mass grave.
Yeah, 'cause he wants to make things more safe around here.
He wants to make things more safe, and yet he was excited to hear about a mass grave. Oh, a lot of people die isn't exactly a good excuse.
I guess you're right.
He's just another guy that wants more control than the next one.
Well, look,
Under the guise of him trying to better this place.
we ain't never working with him again, so don't matter. We got our money. How do we split this?
He gave us 90 total?
90 total.
Okay.
There's 4 of us.
Are we paying Rupert? No, this was our job. Speaking of, where is Rupert?
Does it matter?
I feel like he'll pop up when he wants to.
Okay. Well, I'm head to bed.
Let
Already?
us soak a little longer and then I'll go right to bed.
I just guess next time before we have big conversations, we gotta be on the same page, right?
Yeah, let's talk about that in the future.
Okay.
I'd love to get up and go to sleep, but I think I'm physically incapable of moving right now.
Okay, I'll help.
No, I'm okay. I don't want to move right now,
Oh,
actually.
okay.
This is much nicer than lying on broken glass.
Oh, also, we had this partialite. It's probably worth a lot of money. We might be able to go
That's true.
sell it at Pleasant Supplies or something.
He didn't even want to take anything that we brought.
One thing to point out is that the the tone of the conversation changed almost instantaneously whenever you were negotiating with him. So the point where you were negotiating with him is the point at which he immediately began to leave. There was no delay. Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to put my stuff back in the Fathom satchel. I'm going to thoroughly dry my hands before touching the bottle.
Did we mess that up?
I mean, if we did mess it up, I tried to rectify as best as possible.
Yeah, but we can't exactly say sorry and expect everything to be okay.
Nah, we're just never gonna work for him again.
That might not be a good thing, actually.
I don't know. I mean, we're probably not gonna spend much time in restaurant anymore.
That's true.
I don't want to
This
be
place
here.
is
Place.
kind of awful.
Get my stuff.
Going to
All right.
bed.
Good night, Greta.
Good night.
Bye-bye, and I leave.
Are you saying Ashvin?
Yeah, Ashvin's just staying for a while.
All right. As you're making your way up past Fiari, who's still reading his book, as you begin to make your way up the passageway, as you're stepping around the corner, you find, as you're looking at the various doors, as you're making your way around, that underneath one of them, which you understand to be Rupert's room, you find a letter looks to be jammed against the door facing. Not as if it was slipped under it, but as if the door closed on it.
Oh.
And it's quite dirty, but it's opened.
Oh, it's an open letter.
It is.
Okay.
Jammed under the door.
Oh my.
That's a long one.
Okay, so I see this. I see it's a lot of words. I have my own room, right?
You do.
I go back to my room, I dry off, and I want to go back down to them before even reading it because it's a
All right.
lot of words.
All right. So as
Okay.
you dry yourself off quickly and then run back down the passage, as you go past Fiari, just casually saying, "No running, please," as you just disappear down the staircase.
Hey, hey, hey.
Are y'all still there?
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
What did you find?
There's a this is a letter that was stuck in Rupert's room. Okay, it's long. Rupert, I received your report on Edgar Latch
That's a fun name.
and the face of Harthak. The effects of the item and the nature of Latch are disturbing. We are taking the information seriously. I applaud your effort, but also need to remind you I asked you to walk away from anything dangerous. Also, what do you mean, my friends? Who did you hire? Oh, is he talking about us?
Sounds like you're talking about.
Okay. What are you paying them, Rupert? What have you told them? Were they on the boat that broke? How does a boat break? Please stay off the water. I am sure the horses we bought are fine. They certainly are still on land and did not try swimming after you. What did Rupert write? Someone on the dock probably took them home. Horses do not swim in the sea like fish or cats. Cats do not swim across seas either.
It's a lot of clarification.
Yeah, loads of What's nonsense?
Baka wore socks. Is that what it says?
Bacco War Songs.
Socks is currently on mission, but I'm sure he would agree the horses did not swim after you. Okay, wow, Rupert really doesn't know much about horses. I cannot ask him because he is not here. As for your other question, you may not return yet. Things are too dangerous, and you are safer in Meadowlark. Please release your mercenaries and return to Meadowlark immediately. We will handle the face of Harthak now. You are released from the duty. Since I know you will find questions in what I have written, I will make it plain. Release the mercenaries. Return to Meadowlark. Stop inquiring about Edgar Latch. Wait for instructions. You are forbidden from returning to Ebrenburg until I send from you. Mr. Cluckles is fine. Destroy this letter. Tyrell Bannister, Field Marshal, Ebrenburg, with a T seal.
I don't know why he can't go back.
Was Rupert there?
Where?
In the room?
Oh, I don't know. I just took the letter.
Was it already open?
I guess I should check. Yeah, it was shoved like this.
Was the letter already opened?
It was.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
Did he try and destroy it by shoving it in the door and closing it very hard?
Hey, do you know Everberg?
Ewan's gonna get
You know
out of the
everyone.
water and go to Rupert's room.
Okay. So as you
Like, where is he? This letter was meant for him. Why?
are you drying off or are you just stomping through?
I'm drying as I go. There's no time. So
Okay.
I'm gonna make you.
So as you make your way up the stairs and begin to cross the store, the front of the lobby, Fiari looks up. No trudging, please. As you're just stomping your way across before.
It's the only way I travel is a trudge.
As you make your way up the staircase and to Rupert's door.
Yeah, and I.
As you boom, 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 you hear something clatter to the ground. That sounds like it honestly sounds like someone just dropped an entire load of sticks. It's the best you can equate it. It sounds like a bundle of firewood just hit the floor.
And then I'll knock again and say, Rupert.
There's a pause.
Yes?
How are you doing?
I'm fine. Who is this?
It's Iwin.
Do I know?
I'm the mercenary, one of the mercenaries that you hired. I came across on the boat that broke.
Oh, yes, we were on a boat.
I have a question for
That
you.
was so long ago, I feel like.
It was a long ago now. Did you read the letter that was under your door?
There was a letter under my door.
Are you asking me because you don't know, or are you asking because you're trying to hide it?
Are you asking me because you don't know?
I know there was a letter. I'm asking you if you
because-
read that letter.
So you are asking.
Yes, I'm asking. Did you read the letter that was under your door?
I believe I might have.
I really.
Privacy is very important.
I know, and I'm so
Iwin.
close from kicking your door in, but I'm not strong enough.
Well,
And you hear the scurry of feet before several locks undo on the door. As the door swings wide, looking into the interior space to the other side of Rupert, whose hair is askew more than normal. However, his clothing looks freshly laundered. You can see that the interior of this room is in shambles. Every piece of furniture, save the mattress, has been disassembled and is now lying in semi-organized stacks in the interior, the bed frame and the chair and the desk, as well as you can see there is a pile of wood shavings and chips in the middle of it, as well as what appears to be some sort of art project that Rupert is in the middle of. Currently, he's holding what appears to be a small whittling knife.
I will have you know that when someone has a note destroyed in their door, that it is like rummaging through garbage. Do you rummage through garbage?
If I have to, yes.
Well, that makes sense, actually, because sometimes people throw out nice things.
Right. Well, I think
Would
that
you
let-
like to come in?
Sure. Looks like you've got a lot going on in here.
Sure do.
And as you step into the space, you find that immediately you're standing on it's like basically the interior of a hamster's cage, as the floor is just lined in wood shavings. You also find that there is a disconcerting wooden log that has been, while crudely, unmistakably carved in your image, directly in the middle of the room. You can see, likewise, there is a similar log, slightly smaller, that bears an eerie resemblance to Greta, if Greta were maniacally laughing. Both of them are unsettling, as Rupert casually waves to them.
Do you like looking in a mirror?
I'm gonna say yes.
Would you like a tour of yourself?
I've never heard another person tell me that before. Let's just go ahead and give me that door, Rupert.
This is you.
And pointing towards the wooden log.
Yeah, that does look a lot like me.
I agree.
As one eye begins to drift slightly to the right.
Where's your eye going?
What?
Your eye was drifting. Where are you looking?
Where?
In turning, begins to look in the direction you pointed.
Rupert, can I
Yes.
ask you a serious question?
Yes.
And motioning towards the bed, which is sitting on the floor, sits on it.
If you would please.
Rupert,
Yes?
why are you forbidden from returning to Ebrenberg?
Who told you that?
We read the letter. We work for you. This is important.
Right. Well, speaking of,
And hands you a silver piece.
Well, I didn't
Thank
mean that.
you.
I didn't mean that with a silver piece. You're more of a friend now than you are just an employer.
I would agree.
So tell me why.
Can I have that back?
Flip it back.
Because he takes it back.
This is my last one.
That's all you have.
For now.
All right. Answer the question. Why are you forbidden to return back to Ebrenberg?
I used to live there. As you may know, I am Lord Rupert Sumo.
As he makes a motion through the air as if he's moving a cape. There's no cape he's wearing.
But while I was there was a war, and I was helping by redecorating the castle. It was a very gloomy place, so I started painting it. But then I finished and began painting everywhere, and they said, Rupert, please stop painting the tables. Rupert, please stop painting over a warp that's along the front gate, and then it doesn't work. And Rupert, you may not repaint a map. And they sent me to find a thing to be safer.
What was the thing?
The face of Harthak.
Were they just trying to get rid of you, or what?
No.
Oh,
I mean, I don't. No.
I'm not trying to be rude, Rupert. I'm
No,
just
I
trying
mean,
to give you the
they-
bonus.
Looking you can see that he's legitimately going into an almost distress at the suggestion of that. He's become slightly unhinged at that thought. For Rupert. Unhinged.
Yeah.
But
No. I mean, they're friends. I mean, they're my friends. So,
Rupert,
yes,
I'm your friend,
sure.
and Greta's your friend.
I mean, sort
He's
of.
your friend, Orson. We're your friend. The
Most of
reason
you.
I'm up here is because we read that letter and we're all concerned.
Oh. Well, I have a job for you.
For me or for the four of us?
Oh, it can be for everyone.
All right.
Oh, we could leave them. It's fine.
No,
I mean, not
they're
Ashvin.
my crew.
I have a job.
What's the job?
So the job. Listen, it's a good job.
Should we get them up here? I just listen.
No, it's okay. Listen, so here's the job. You said, find work. And I said I will do anything but that. But then I ran out of things to do, so I started asking around. And I learned about this.
I mean, looking around right now, I just want to say, it seems I don't understand how you run out of things to do.
Oh, this is just a hobby.
Clearly.
So I learned about this mayor of the town. He needs some mercenaries to track down some information.
We already did that job. We just finished that job. We got paid for it.
How could you pot?
We
but I-
did it.
but
We
I-
almost died. 3 of us almost died because of doing the job you're about to pitch me. We did the job, Rupert.
Why didn't I get to go?
Because you were in the boss.
You told me to find work for you.
Well, we got ahead of you. I'm sorry. You didn't get on top of it. When did you find out about that work?
Yesterday.
Yeah, we found out. That.
And then you all were gone. I wasn't supposed to tell you, so I started carving.
Well, it's great carving, okay? Do you have other work for us?
I mean, I could ask around. That was a really good job, though.
You're a great friend.
I mean, I even negotiated. It was like 45 a day.
Iwin's been gone for a while, so I
Yeah,
think
I'm coming up.
yeah, I think we would have
I'm coming up.
come upstairs.
Okay.
So maybe we're coming up around this time.
So as you're making your way up the stairs, you can hear the conversation happening on the other side of the door, which is slightly askew. Rupert didn't shut it.
So at what point do we hear?
You hear 45 a day. That's what you hear.
45.
Oh, he is in there.
Oh, hello, everyone. So what's this about doing work without your manager?
What? You said the
Usually
last
the-
thing you wanted, yeah.
Manager doesn't do the work.
I don't know where you're from.
We need our manager.
Oh, good.
We just finished a job. And
He just, I don't want to break it there or interrupt you, but he just pitched me the job we finished.
Oh no.
But he said for 45 a day.
good, so he's caught up.
Yeah,
Well-
we got 30.
Was that what the 45 was?
Okay, so do that
Okay.
same thing you just did, but for someone else.
I have an idea. I've been thinking. So, I think that I fooped this whole thing up.
What do you mean?
How?
You didn't
I did what people have taught me to do, and I leaned into us trying to get more money for doing triple the work that we were hired to do.
Yeah. You did.
Oh,
But I don't think you fooped nothing up. It's just one town.
I thought we were on the same page, and we weren't. So,
Well, we can't go threatening everybody
well,
we meet.
he still needs his. I don't threaten everybody that we meet. I threatened the guy that I thought that we were trying to negotiate with.
Yeah,
Rupert,
I get it. I get it.
tell Ashvin how much did the mayor offer for the job?
45.
There. That's how trustworthy that mayor is.
Yeah, that's
He
true.
lowballed us.
I still think that we need to give him the evidence,
Well, that's true.
because how is anyone going to believe him without it?
So we can.
That's his problem.
Well,
Well,
point, though.
maybe there's a way to salvage this if we have a manager.
yeah. Could you go represent us? Bring some
We-
of the evidence to him.
We could find him.
Yeah.
Not a manager, an ambassador.
Ah,
Right.
I like this.
Yes.
Yeah, because
Yes.
your outfit very much shows ambassador-like quality.
I would agree.
That's
Yes.
good, Hecate.
Yes, bring the evidence that we found to complete the job that we were hired to do, and then maybe also, I feel like having me there would just make it worse, but smoothing things over somehow.
I can go.
Yeah, you'd probably be good.
You
I
do
think
have a way with people.
I like to talk.
If you need to blame it on me and my background and how I was taught to do things, then
Oh,
you
I
can do
will.
that.
Okay.
no. Wait, I think you.
I think you're taking too much of the brunt of this on, on yourself.
It's just been a hard day.
I pressed
would
on it
agree.
too.
Yeah?
You agreed to work with it.
It's been a hard day.
What? No, I mean, well, I agree with each of you in turn.
I don't think it's past. It's too far gone.
No, he was just rubbing me the wrong way, and I just didn't like feeling like I was being cheated.
Well,
Rubbing
maybe
me all the wrong way too.
maybe there's something to that too. So don't beat yourself up over it.
Let's just settle this once and for all.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, that might be a good idea.
Should I stay here?
No,
Yeah,
we need
you're,
you.
you're the ambassador.
Right. Okay. Yes.
Are you gonna? You're gonna have to pay for all these damages.
What damages?
Oh no.
These were a gift.
What?
I opened the room and there were things in here. They're mine.
Hey, Greta,
Yeah.
you see what he's carving there?
Looking over in the corner, you can see it. It's it's unsettling.
That's you. We can be friends. I made it for you.
Okay.
What is that other one?
It looks exactly like Iwin.
That would be me.
That's you.
Look like you.
He did a great job.
That's a
Thank
very
you.
good replica. May I take mine?
It's not done yet.
Oh,
Iwin's is, though.
okay.
I'll let you put it in a museum or something.
As
Well,
an
you can carry it.
ambassador.
I'm fine with carrying it with her.
As you're stepping into the streets now, it's at this point you are encountering the real revelry of the city, which is now, as the night begins to awaken those who have a proclivity for the evening anyway. There's a lot of drinking happening in various. It looks like people are actually using homes and businesses as just pop-up bars. A lot of it is spilling out into the streets. There's quite a few fights that break out in just you trying to make your way into the main town square. You can see the mercenaries appear to be moving about in mass, trying to keep the peace, as previously you had not spent a lot of time outside at night in Restevarn. But now as you make your way through a bit of the throng of people that are shopping for groceries and supplies late at night before the early morning tomorrow, and those returning back from later shifts of either digging, working at the various smelting pits, or the various shops, you find yourself entering the main town square. Currently, Grin and Barrett is not visible. You can see that now instead by the notice boards is Songdinal with the bright red tabards, the ones you had encountered previously that were manning the dumping station that was in the Emer's Heap. But as you're making your way past the three large notice boards that occupy the middle of the square, you can see the Bitter Wisp looks to be absolutely packed. There is just an avalanche of music exploding out the door, as it appears that not one but two different musicians are currently playing somewhere packed inside. They're in harmony for the moment, though they do drift in and out from one another at various as they're playing, but it is just a cavalcade of sound and people. It's a throng.
On this walk, well, first of all, I'm a little overwhelmed. My senses are a little overwhelmed, but I do want to keep an eye out in case I see Akna anywhere.
But as you're attempting to even make your way in the door, you can see Husky is behind the counter looking absolutely beleaguered with drink orders that are currently coming in, but it's not even possible to step inside. It's so packed that it's a line of people just trying to get in.
Back door, guys?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Back door.
Back door.
As you make your way around to the backside, you can see that the party has spilled out and is now in the back alley behind the Bitter Wisp, where there's been a keg that's been rolled out, and one of the attendants is just actively filling it on the backside. But as it is, the line of people moves all the way from one door through the bar to the back.
Oh, wow.
I don't think he would be here.
Yeah, I don't think so.
But re-entering the main town square now, as several fistfights have happened since you left the town square around from the backside to now rejoining it, Songdino is currently breaking up two of them as best they can as the individuals are rolling through the muck, attempting to batter each other over some petty grievance, which is unknown to you. But as you make your way over to the long alleyway that leads to Middle Hall, previously, whenever you had entered this street, you had seen the individuals of Stamets' crew who were blocking the entrance to Middle Hall. And this time as you turn the corner, you can see that there's a light glowing from the inside. It appears that Kubris is there. However, you see a different individual standing by the door. Currently, they're wearing a very deep cowl, which is covering their head. And you can make out even from this distance that it is a very, very rich blue.
Azure.
And likewise, you can see that there is a flash of metal in their hand, of something darting back and forth, like a snake sliding over their knuckles.
Don't we recognize this person?
You do.
Yes,
This individual
I know
you
the
had
name.
previously encountered named Kallax,
Yeah.
who, along with Reacher, that you had encountered, are members of Azure Company. This individual had been referred to as Kallax. They had never addressed you. But they are now currently leaning against the door to Middle Hall.
Rupert, let them know that we are here to deliver the evidence for our job and finish the job we did. Is that it?
Just tell them that you have business with the mayor.
Yeah.
We
but
have
not scary like.
no and business and apologies.
Yeah.
Sure. Did you get all that?
I think so.
Here goes nothing. Go ahead.
Right.
Rupert walks forward about 10 steps and then turns around, but facing the group.
I got this.
You got
you
this.
do?
This is your
Wait.
first job.
Rupert, this is why you are part of Caveat Co.
Right.
And I give him inspiration.
Right.
Yeah.
This is your destiny.
It
and
is.
I don't have inspiration to give,
is.
but
It
hey.
is. It is. Okay.
That
And-
was inspiring.
And walking forward, the three of you can hear Rupert speaking. You can't hear what he's saying. Greta, you can distinctly hear Rupert repeating over and over,
I can't do this.
Another 10 steps, Rupert turns around and gives everyone a big thumbs up. And then continues walking forward.
Okay, he can do this.
You see as Rupert approaches that the individual in the robe doesn't even shift their position. They're still just looking down as this hand idly is flicking this object that you had previously known as, colloquially referred to as a spell breaker. And as they are currently flicking in their hands, you see Rupert walk up and having to crane his neck quite sharply in order to catch eyes with the person who is in the cowl. So much so that you notice that Rupert actually steps very close to be able to look under the cowl. And you can see his head moving as he's having some sort of conversation with the person. And you see the figure shifting uncomfortably almost before turning back towards Rupert, and Rupert again replying back some way, and then turns and points down the alleyway towards the rest of the group, and then points towards the door, and then gives a big thumbs up.
To us?
No, to the individual in the cowl.
Oh.
And you watch as the individual with the cowl leans a little bit closer and appears to be saying something to Rupert, as Rupert's nodding. And nodding. And nodding. And then you see Rupert nod once more and turn and begins walking towards the group. And gives a big thumbs up.
Okay, what do you say?
And as he continues to walk closer, you watch as Rupert comes up.
So, he said the mayor is not here, nor is the mayor coming back, and said we should go. There is no business we have with the mayor. Isn't that interesting? Okay.
And begins to walk away from the group back
No.
towards the main square.
Rupert,
What?
Wait a second.
we're not done.
I really believe the person with the scary thing.
Are you sure that's what
Yep,
he said?
sounds good to me.
Fair enough.
All right, so Ashvin, what are we doing?
Just starting to feel like a repeat.
Rupert,
Yes?
let's go have another chat with the man.
I would greatly not like to do that.
Are you an ambassador or not?
Nope.
Well, can't argue that.
Sorry.
Well, Rupert, would you like to go back to your room?
Yes. Yes, I would. Yes, I really would. I think we all would.
Did he say something threatening?
He said he's with Asher Company. I didn't know that. I thought the robe was just fashionable.
No, yeah, his name's Calyx. We know about him. He's with
My
Ashvin.
middle name, Sumo,
Yeah.
comes from someone from Asher Company.
Did you tell him that?
Oh, I did.
Oh.
He knew who I was referring to.
Okay, so why didn't we get it in? It sounds like...
Because he said, I am not dead because I have that name. So I would like to keep my name and go back to my room.
Let's at least leave one of the jars and the hook. We have no use for them.
At this, you see as Rupert walks up and having to really crane.
Hello, Ashvin.
Hello.
I know that you maybe think this is the sort of thing where you can be, nice. I once saw someone from Azure Company blow up a building. There were people in it. It was very bad.
I tried being nasty and that didn't work. I figured I'd try nice.
I think we should try running
Yeah, we should probably go...
casually.
Let's walk
I
then.
mean, walking?
What a waste. Even if he was being a bit of a... whatever. I wanted to support what he was doing. If
Hey!
it meant making a better place for these people. And so-
Ashvin,
I grab up to Ashvin's hand
come down here. Come down.
and I give a light little smack.
You're good. You're a good person.
The whole last 48 hours have been so disappointing.
Sorry, did that hard?
No.
Oh. Makes sense.
I mean, yes, a little.
Oh.
Just a little
A
bit.
little strong.
I'm lying.
Looking back towards Middle Hall now, after this conversation, Calyx is no longer by the door. However, the light is now out.
I'm just a little worried, aren't you? We were with the mayor just moments ago, and he has another crew already. This doesn't feel like it's the mayor. It
You're
feels like
right. Do you think maybe he went back to whatever
Well,
inn
remember,
that he was staying at?
that Calyx was coming up to him last time, and he told him to go away. Remember?
You're right.
Yeah, he had the thing in his hand, and he said, "No, you don't come around here."
Maybe he didn't come back. I thought he would come back here because we told him that Stammet was gone.
Well, well, well. It'll be 60 now.
As Rupert, addressing a figure stepping out of the darkness from the town square, is Lord Cooper Skeletarn, who's walking up. Oh! You! And you for,
You shouldn't go inside there.
oh, really?
We saw Calyx.
Calyx was there.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
what do you?
That's right.
As Rupert begins stepping forward in the muck.
Okay, Rupert.
60 now. For investigating.
Rupert, yes, very good.
We should go somewhere else.
Yeah, we should go speak somewhere else. We think you're not safe here.
I would agree.
Okay.
As Rupert yells,
That's right.
Let's
Okay. I
should
think
we
we're good.
should we go into the gemmery to talk? We have a key in there.
Oh yes, let's go to our spot. Yeah.
and reaching up, Rupert takes hold of Lord Gelatarn's hand. Looking up.
As one lord to another. Let's have a conversation.
And
And still holding the hand.
Where are we going?
I'm gonna lean toward Iwin.
That letter didn't say Lord Rupert. Just saying it said Rupert.
As the group of you, are you making your way to Eltagemery?
Yeah.
As you're making your
Yeah.
way across the square, which now, the fights have been managed to be quelled. But currently there appears to be several drunks who are attempting to remember a song as they're leaning against one of the signposts. And they've clearly taken glasses from somewhere as they're clanking them together in the midst of a tune, distracting most of the inhabitants of the square who are now arguing with them over the lyrics. The group of 6 of you begin to make your way down the streets to the Eltagemery, and using the door to unlock it, I'm stepping inside. Why did you need to speak to me?
Well,
You forgot the evidence that you needed, and
Yeah,
we
we-
wanted to return it to you.
We wanted to
For one.
apologise
yeah, that was number 1.
We
So,
also
for fooping around.
yeah.
we also wanted to apologize.
I wanted to apologize for falling back into some bad habits that I was taught.
Okay. Well, all right.
And here you go. Here's the poison thing. And here's the postulite so that you can
lot of-
use this as a evidence against those alders.
I should have taken it with me, and I was left in a hurry. So,
Yeah. And
I
here
wonder
is
why.
why do you have a key?
this is the
to this?
Algemery we was telling you about.
No, I
The
understand.
person who ran it gave us the key as
Oh.
she was leaving
They
town.
left town.
Yeah.
Okay.
What was Calyx waiting for, do you think?
I started looking into the contracts for the Blue Staith, trying to get an idea of who exactly is protecting what, because it's important to note that the walkways are one of the few parts of the pits that there is some regulation over. I should make that quite clear. In order to enter the pits, there's only 2 ways to get in.
Okay.
There are 2 bridges that lead to 2 natural earthen pillars that are still left. So you cross the bridges, you go down the gangplanks onto a series of platforms that then connect to the rest of the claims. And the pits are divided up, and that's the way the peace is kept. I didn't have much time, and basically just went over to a secondary office that I might have. Azure Company is in charge of protecting the former docks.
Okay.
Blue Staith.
Blue. Yeah.
There's no docks there. There's nothing there. Why would Azure Company be in charge of Nothing.
So they're in charge of protecting what we found.
Perhaps.
Right. So, did you leave any indication that you had been around there?
I fell
He fell
on
into a
many
trap.
crates.
His
There
blood.
is a good chance there is a lot of my blood there.
Wait. The glass jar of postulite? Did you take that from the hole?
Yes.
Yep.
That's what it
As evidence.
For evidence.
We might be in trouble.
Why was Waze in trouble when you said that they was in trouble?
Well, they are much stronger than I am.
Who is they?
Azure Company.
Okay.
They're protecting the hole that you went down into
They didn't protect it that well.
and took things from.
Yeah, 'cause it's illegal.
This may be a thread I didn't really intend to pull on. Does that make sense?
Well, you can't go back now.
No.
makes sense.
No, absolutely cannot go back now. So, I have a job for you.
Oh.
Look, he's hiring us again. Look, good. Uh-huh.
70 gold.
Wait, we don't know what it is for yet. Give it a rest.
I need you to kill Azure Company.
Oh, no.
How
No
many?
way in full.
75.
No. No.
It's going to have to be way higher than that.
There is
How many
no-
are there?
Fooping
I don't know.
You got to give us more information. You can't just say you killed some
How much-
clue.
How much more difficult is that than killing Stammet's crew?
Well, a lot.
They have a thing called a spell breaker. It just breaks your spells in half. It's not looking good. They are probably one of the most sophisticated mercenary groups out there.
At this, you can see Rupert just nodding.
Very sophisticated.
Did you know that?
You want us to kill them just because they're trying to kill you? Or is there something more to this?
You don't understand. That hole, as far as I can tell, is the only private entrance to the pits. So someone went to a great deal of effort to dig it. Also, they hired the most expensive mercenary company in Restavarn to protect it.
They didn't do a good job.
You got into it and took something from it, and then they were in my office.
It sounds like they feel threatened by you.
Yeah, that's threatened by us and you.
I don't think we are the ones threatening Azure Company.
Maybe we should all leave town.
No, we aren't. But it sounds like your digging has scared them. And
We all-
this wouldn't be a kind of a blackmail situation opportunity.
She-
I'm all for a fight,
Yeah,
but
no, but you're also good at the blackmail, remember?
I don't think this is a fight that we can
It's
win.
a strength of yours.
The only way we can even come close to it is getting Grim
Am I
Bear to
wrong?
help us.
Grin and Barrett's our friends, but I don't think this would start some sort of civil mercenary war. Not good.
We need subtlety.
Yeah.
yes.
Right.
And I don't think killing
Subtle.
them all would
Okay.
be subtle.
We
Okay,
can't
listen.
kill Azure Company.
Listen.
No.
Listen, the people of Restavarn, I believe, want a better life.
Yeah.
So, all we need to do, I've got it. All we need to do is find something that convince everyone that Azure Company is bad, right? There's 20,000 people here, so there's maybe 10 members of Azure Company in the city. So all we need to do is convince everyone else.
Why don't you just make the moves that you planned on making with the evidence that we got you to try to take control of this, of everything, and then move on Azure Company as the person that's in control? You
Yeah.
see,
Yeah, take your dominion.
From one town councilman to another.
Uh-huh.
The situation I'm dealing with is one of public appeal. The things that I've exposed are clerical issues, right? You talk about the graves you found, but hundreds of people die in Restavarn every week, replaced by hundreds more coming here for wealth. So it's a matter of proving there is some sort of disease here.
Let's look around.
I'm gonna need some food and a drink if we're gonna keep talking about
I'm gonna
this.
need some sleep too.
Yeah, we gotta go to bed. Why don't you come back with us to the Vibrant Eye?
Oh, no, we can't go back there.
What?
Right.
Oh, no.
They probably know we're staying there.
No.
Okay, we gotta take a good sleep here. I'm
Well.
tired.
Good thing I keep everything on me.
I think we're going to need to grin and bear it.
Oh no, with the pun.
I just thought it
Well, it's
was
just what I
time
mean.
for a joke.
It is a good time to
That
lighten
was
the mood.
good, but
Just bad timing.
yeah.
I'm doing very poorly today.
I Austin, you're doing great.
Reading the
No, it
room.
was good. It was good.
Ashvin,
Oh, I think we need
Let's go to
them.
bed.
I
think
agree with you.
But even before we go to bed, I think we need
I
them.
think I think you're right. I don't
I
think.
think we need help. I think we need protection in numbers. Not that we can't protect ourselves.
You hear as you're having this conversation, you hear a knock at the door. Boom, 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 boom.
Everybody get down.
And you hear a familiar voice. Kubris, are you in there?
That Calyx.
That you recognize as the voice of Reacher. Kubris, we just wish to have a chat.
Go out the back.
And that's what we'll pick up next
Oh
week.
god.
Yeah!
I was like, we can't get away from this. This is just gonna be nice. We're all like trying to skirt around it.
I don't
I
know
love
who to
it.
trust.
I love it.
I don't trust this mayor. Even if we end up on his side, I'm like,
Thank you so much for watching. If you are interested in supporting us on Patreon, you can head to patreon.com/BrooklynQuarter. And I hope you have a wonderful rest of your week.